Hi, I'm Yufei. I'm presenting our CVPR work on shelf-supervised mesh prediction in the wild. This is a joint work with Shubham and Abhinav. Given a single image of a donut, we humans can easily infer its underlying 3D structures. More impressively, this ability of 3D reasoning is not limited to a few categories but more than hundreds and thousands of classes. In contrast, the current 3D recognition system still works on a small set of them, like birds, cars, airplanes. They struggle to scale up to generic categories in the wild. Why is that? We believe one of the reasons is the lack of 3D supervision in the wild, as manual labeling them is time-consuming, especially compared with 2D annotation. Therefore, many work have explored cheaper alternatives to 3D supervision, like multi-view association, category templates, camera pose, or key point. However, such supervision still limits the scalability to hundreds of categories. In our work, we do not assume any of those. Instead, we explore to minimize the amount of manual supervision needed. The images can be collected directly from internet, and the masks can be obtained by off-the-shelf segmentation systems, hence shelf-supervised. More formally, from a single image, we aim to infer a mesh with textures and its pose. In training, we only have access to collections of images with only foreground masks. Our main idea is that, on one hand, we render from the original view, the predicted 3D shape and textures should be consistent with the available image evidence. On the other hand, we render from a novel view, they should just look realistic, admitting what a general bird looks like. We use a two-step approach. The first step is a volumetric representation in canonical space, then it is converted to a memory-efficient mesh, which is refined to better match the particular input. The volumetric representation can generate arbitrary topology and capture the consistent coarse 3D structures. The 3D volume is a semi-implicit 3D representation. It consists of an explicit occupancy grid together with an implicit 3D feature. The latter helps to model appearance cues, including texture, material, lightings, and so on. The semi-implicit 3D feature is then rendered to RGB images and masks in a geometric-informed way by mimicking ray marching process. The supervision consists of the term we just mentioned, a reprojection loss will render from the original view, the adversarial loss will render from a novel view. Furthermore, a content loss that enforces the network to predict the viewpoint and latent vector that is actually used to synthesize the images. We found that both geometric-informed render and the appearance cues in implicit feature are essential in order to capture complicated shapes. Please see our paper for further details. In the second step of the method, the coarse volume is converted to a mesh. The mesh is further optimized to better match the input with awareness of self-occlusion. The objective also encourages surface smoothness. Now, putting all parts together, our reconstruction can capture category-level structures, including coarse variation in shapes, like chair style. We also characterize subtle differences like different height of chairs, different length of the bird's tail, different blobbiness of bird's body, different articulation of quadruped's head. Note that all of the results are trained only from image foreground, which is easy to scale up. Finally, we show our shelf-supervised method of 50 categories in the wild, including concave shapes like hat, blobby structures like vase, flat structures like laptop, various topology like donuts, mugs, thin structures like water tap. Thank you for your attention. For more results and details, please see our project page.